Yeah.
Take the money and the fame.
Come on.
Take all of the
This song is for all y'all people that are in it just to get popular.